Saudi-led coalition aircraft have carried out fresh airstrikes on Yemen's capital, Sanaa, hours before a 5-day ceasefire is set to begin. An arms depot used by the Houthi rebel movement in the city's northeast was targeted for a second day, sending a column of smoke into the sky. The coalition also bombed rebel positions in the southern city of Aden. The proposed truce to allow deliveries of desperately needed humanitarian aid is due to start at 23:20 Greenwich Mean Time. However, Saudi Arabia has said its offer of a pause in airstrikes is conditional on the Houthis reciprocating and not exploiting the ceasefire for military advantage. The Houthis have agreed to the truce, but said they will respond to any violations. Dozens killed. On Tuesday, coalition aircraft bombed the arms depot at a military base on Mount Noqum in the east of Sanaa for the second consecutive day, witnesses said. Explosions caused by 2 strikes on the depot on Monday sent debris crashing down the mountainside onto a residential area. At least 69 people were killed and more than 100 injured, medical officials said. The coalition also bombed Houthi positions in Aden, and local militiamen allied to Yemen's exiled President Abdrabbuh Mansur Hadi continue to fight the rebels in the port city and elsewhere in the country's south, Reuters news agency said. The union says at least 828 civilians have been killed and 1,511 injured since the start of the coalition air campaign on March 26 to restore Mr. Hadi. The 6 days from 4 to May 10 have been the deadliest, with at least 182 civilians reported killed, almost half of them women and children. A significant proportion of the casualties were caused by airstrikes, especially in the Houthis' northern heartland of Sanaa province. Analysts say the coalition appears to be trying to inflict as much damage as possible on the Houthis and allied security personnel loyal to the ousted former president, Ali Abdullah Saleh, before the humanitarian ceasefire is scheduled to begin on Tuesday evening. The new UN envoy for Yemen, Ismail Sheikh Ahmed, has arrived in Sanaa, where he hopes to meet various parties, including the Houthis. Civilians trapped. On Monday, the UN humanitarian chief Valerie Amos called on all sides in the conflict to stop the fighting and bombing and give the people of Yemen respite. Given the deteriorating humanitarian situation on the ground in Yemen with hundreds of thousands of vulnerable civilians trapped in the middle of fighting and unable to access life-saving aid, it is essential that this pause materialize, a statement said. Baroness Amos said 2 World Food Programme cargo ships arrived in the Red Sea port of Houthi over the weekend with fuel, food, water and nutritional supplies. Other supplies were ready to be brought in and planes were standing by to help evacuate the wounded, she added. Meanwhile, an Iranian naval official said Iran would escort a cargo ship carrying humanitarian supplies to Houthi-held Hudaydah. Iran has rejected Saudi and U.S. accusations that it is arming the Shia Houthis. In a separate development on Tuesday, a jihadist website reported that 4 members of al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula, AQAP, had been killed in a suspected U.S. drone strike on Monday in the eastern Yemeni port of Mukalla.